Hey guys, it's Tiny Tom Logan back with another video for you. Now today we're going to be taking a look at the Phanteks Glacier One 360. Now this is the D30 version. This is critical point to point out because this is the cheaper of the two that are available at the moment. This one is $154.99. They do the T30, which is $224.99 though. But the D30 you can get in white, which is why I was quite excited to get my hands on it. And if I'm honest, I'm a bit late to the party with it. But when I got a chance to take a look at the features for it, I thought it was well worth me getting in, and also well worth me doing a video and a review for you guys at home, because I think this one could be worthy of a bit of your time and research. So first things first, it's an all white 360mm AIO. Now that straight away ticks a lot of boxes for me because I do like white. One thing I will say is the white on the radiator to the white on the plastics doesn't match exactly, but they hardly ever will do because white isn't one colour. White is incredibly difficult to exactly match. But I think once it's in there and you've got a bit of shadow going on with your cases, you're not going to notice too much anyway, and at least that's my point of it. The braided hose on the actual hoses themselves is lovely and soft and very nice. And one of the things I did notice as well is they do come with really cool little hose clips for you to be able to fit. Now the hose clips basically just hold them apart. They're like braided cable combs that you would have for your power supply, but for the AIO, and it's the first time I've seen them that you can fit and put wherever you like. And if I'm completely honest, with the way that I've mounted it this way, I wouldn't have been able to have kept the hoses away from the rear fan without those guides. So it's a very, very worthy thing to be on there. Lighting on these overall is on point. I love the little slats and things in the fans. It makes it look so pretty. But the fans have an amazing trick up their sleeves, which is the first time I've seen this overall with fans in general. Now it's not the fact that they clip together at the back. That's not new. Although they do. You can literally just clip them, daisy chain them together, and then you have one cable at the end. That's not the new thing though, because I've seen that on Watercoolers. It's these lovely little clips that go everywhere, so it cleans all of the lines up. But then also underneath on the actual face of the fan itself, where normally you've got the hole and you can see the screw, they're all covered up, including all of the gaps down the middle as well. It just tidies everything up so very, very nicely. The only negative point when they've gone so hard to say about tidying up is the cabling around the back. Because if I'm completely honest, I think there was probably a better way of doing it than this. I know it's a necessary evil. I just think that it could have been done a bit tidier. But if you were to spend a bit of time doing your cabling, you could hide it up the top or down the sides. It's just one of those things where I just wish it was kind of a little bit more, yeah, it's not even the fact it's long, it's just I wouldn't want it, it's clunky. Now, it looks beautiful. They've gone to extra efforts to tidy things up and make it look nice. All the lighting is on point, both with the fans and around the pump itself. And the price isn't too bad either. Now when it comes to performance, we get 360mm AIOs ranging from £100 basically up to the eye-watering ROG prices of £400. Now this is obviously £150 and it does perform better than the £100 models, but I think with all of the extra little gizmos to make things tidy, I think the fact that it performs better and it definitely looks better is my reasoning for why you should be debating this for your white themed rig. Like I said, they do black ones as well if you want to go with that colour set. So the performance is okay, better than the low end models. The aesthetics are on point, and more importantly, I don't think it's I was going to say Can't say it because YouTube will get funny. I don't think it's a ridiculously expensive price. I think for 150 sheets for white that looks like this with the RGB and all those little extra touches as well, I actually think this is a banging cooler, and it's why I wanted to give it the Extreme Aesthetics Award, because performance is okay, but the fact that they've gone to all of that extra length for the to tidy things up and to make things look good in your rig. And let's face facts, most of us are only worried about this side, and you can keep it tidy this side very easily. If you've got a glass back panel though, then you are going to have to spend a little bit of extra time with your zip ties and stuff like that. But if you want a little bit of, if you're thinking sort of performance wise and me to tell you what to attach it to, if you were going to attach this to a highly overclocked i5 or a relatively overclocked i7 13th gen, I don't think you'll have a problem. I don't think it will cope with a massively overclocked i9, but if you were to have a stock i9 with an undervolt, easy peasy. And this is with me wanting a quiet life as well. You do also need to remember we test these at 600, 1000 and then a max RPM, so a full range, so you can see where things might sit. And if you were thinking about AMD, then it would be a Ryzen 5 or a Ryzen 7. Ryzen 9 might be a tricky one because they do get tripped up with thermals. If you were to go stock again with an undervolt, you're probably going to be okay. But if you're looking at a Ryzen 9 with a fairly healthy overclock and overvolt, this might get on the noisy side to be able to keep things in check. So maybe not for the screaming edge. But we do need to remember, with those processors, we're talking about sort of like £500 plus processors with a £150 cooler. It's a little bit unbalanced. That's why I think with the 5s and the 7s, that's where this is going to go, even with overclocks. So there's my advice. That's the review. Link underneath to overclockers is not affiliate. It's just where they are stocked, and it's where it came from me. So thank you very much to the overclockers, boys. Deep breaths. Tiny Tom Logan out.